Hari Om, Bhagavad Gita, Moksha Sannyasa Yoga, chapter 18, verse 52. Bhagwan Krishna in the last verse said, meditator has to develop pure mind, firm resolve, controlled mind and senses, unaffected by likes and dislikes. This is what Bhagwan Krishna said. We have to develop this. If you want to really meditate, if you want to reach Param Brahma, a seeker has to develop all these things. Verse 52. Viviktasevi lagvashim yadavakaya manasaham dhyana yoga paro nityam vairagyam samupashitagam. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, Vivikta Desha is a calm and quiet place. Adi Shankara says, it can be a forest, a place near river, or a cave. This is the person who has inclination to lead a life of contemplation. So generally, a sannyasi, he will not stay in a place for more than 3 days. Because you don't want to get attachment to that place or people. So that is why he wants to move to a calm and quiet place for meditation. Otherwise, you will get disturbed now and then. Sound should not be there. Silent place. He is a lagvashi, that is, he neither overeats nor undereats. Moderate in eating, even in sattvic food. This has to be practiced by all. Whether you are a person who is going to contemplate or not. Overeating should not be there, undereating should not be there. If one overeats, naturally he will doze off. He can't do anything. His head will spin. He cannot contemplate. He cannot even work. Similarly, if one undereats, then also it will spin off due to hunger. He cannot do any work. Hence, moderate eating. Nobody says you should not eat. It is a requirement of the body. Eat little, but to sustain the body. That should be for the sustenance of the body. Not that you like everything and then you put everything, you eat everything and then you can't do anything. You can't even walk. Eat when you are hungry. That is the rule. But little. Then, yadavakaya manasaha. That is mastery over speech, organs of action, and mind. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says this can be accomplished only by practice. The Buddhist monks are very diligent in this practice. They are very careful about the movements of all their limbs. The alertness with reference to one's movements is an important discipline in Buddhism. Adding here, in Chennai also there is a place. They have a place for this purpose. Special training, 10 days, 20 days or 30 days. It is called a Vipassana meditation. That is, you go, I think it is free. Anyone who wants to go there can go there. Strict rules they are imposing. You can't speak. No cell phones are allowed. No books. Even the persons residing there, they cannot, what I heard, you can't have eye-to-eye contact. If somebody is coming opposite to you, you just move your head somewhere and then move. So no distraction is allowed. You can't sit in the, daily you have to, I think you have to go for meditation. So morning if you go for meditation, you sit in a place, after 10 minutes we doze off. We call it as meditation, but we doze off. That is not allowed. You can't sit and sleep. So strict rules they are imposing. One of my close relative has undergone this course for a 10 days. Uh, he says tremendous benefit is there. So that is the thing. But here, coming back here, so the control over the speech, control over organs of action and mind, that is very important. It is also there in Buddhism. That is what Swamiji is saying. I am only added about Chennai. Then control over speech is an important aspect. Generally, what happens is everybody wants to speak, especially when you grow old, like me. You want to speak. Uncontrollable desire, going on talking. You go to any place, every place is noisy. Let it be airport, music concert, theater, temple, or even a place where they are saying it is meditation, this is meant for meditation. So somebody will be talking with somebody else. So control over tongue is very, very important. I think already the saying is we have seen silence. About silence, we have seen in detail. Maunam kalaganasti. Very, very important. So, by controlling your tongue, first you save your energy and also avoid unnecessary agitation of mind. So, that is a very important thing. Dhyana yoga, dhyana yoga is totally committed to contemplation. One meaning is committed to life of contemplation. Another meaning is contemplation upon the nature of self. Here, yoga means making Atma as a single focus point. Whenever you sit for meditation, that is why we have seen form is necessary. Otherwise, how can you focus on a formless thing? That was the discussion we have seen in Adi Shankara's Bhashya. But a focus is very, very important. Point of focus. The seeker directs his attention here because he is going to contemplate on the self. So the seeker here directs his attention to the words of the Shastra. Atma idam sarvam. That is, self is all this. I am Atma Purnaha. Self is complete. Atma Suddhaha. Self is pure. Atma Nitya Muktaha. Self is always free. Atma Param Brahma. Self is limitless Brahma. Atma Sarvasya Karanam. Self is a cause for everything. So he has moved one step ahead. He is a sannyasi. That is what Swami Dayananda Saraswati says. So he has moved one step ahead. So he is going to concentrate on the self. How to concentrate on the self? To concentrate on the self, one has to concentrate on the words of Shruti, the Shruti Vakyas. These are the things which he will contemplate. Dhyana is committing the mind to the Shruti's vision of myself. Yoga is gaining absorption in that contemplation. Whenever the mind goes off the track, then bring back the mind to the point of contemplation. That is self. That is yoga. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, this is only meant for sannyasis and not for others. Why? He gives a reason because Bhagwan uses the word nityam. He does dhyana yoga all the time, nityam. This is not possible for anybody else other than a sannyasi. Adi Shankara says the word nityam indicates there is nothing else for him. Even puja or mantra japa, etc. Everything goes away. Because all those things have no value for this sannyasi. Vairagya. All the above is possible only when there is dispassion. This means he is free from the hold of likes and dislikes, ragadveshas. This applies both to situations and objects, known and unknown. Even does not hold any fascination for him. He has crossed that stage. You say, if even if tomorrow God appears before him and say, I will give you heaven, he's not interested. Uh, there was one Alvar, I think. Um, when Bhagwan offered to that Alvar heaven, he said, no, no, I don't want heaven. I am very happy in Srirangam. I'm having darshan of Sriranganatha. So he said that. So the ultimate aim of them is not heaven. It is mukti, free. That is what Swami Dayananda Saraswati says. Swami Chinmayananda says, Vivikta Sevi means a seeker who has developed his physical, mental, and intellectual adjustments. He must find a secluded place, quiet place. Very, very important for contemplation, quiet place. This does not mean he must move to a jungle. A seeker can discover a quiet place even in his own residence. One who sits in a quiet place is Vivikta Sevi. When you are alone, Swami Chinmayananda says, when you are alone, when you sit alone, your life moves like a movie in front of you. What all you have done in your life and what all you have not done. What are the omissions? What are the commissions? How you are behaving in the society or community. Till date, how you have behaved. It all moves like a movie. Then you realize how ugly you are, how ugly your behavior was. Then when you come to know, if you are really interested in all these things, naturally you try to correct. It is not immediate correction. At least you start regretting and correcting. And do not continue the same. After sitting in contemplation, you again get up and then start doing the same things. You try to correct yourself. Slowly, slowly you will reach that spot. So, Swami Chinmayananda says you need not have to run out of the life. Run away from your home to a hill or a cave. Adi Shankara's view is different. It is not contrary. Swami Chinmayananda is telling us, even you can find a calm place at your home. Get up at 4 o'clock. Nobody gets up. Now it is very silent, even though time is around 5:30, 5:45. So you get up at a time where even in a small house you can find a quiet place. That is what Swami Chinmayananda says. Then next is Laguvashi, that is eat little. Again the same thing, don't stuff the body. Like you stuff your clothes in the box. Don't stuff the body in your suitcase. Generally, somebody will sit on the suitcase and then close the zip. Sometimes the zip will give up. Similarly, don't stuff your body so that your stomach gives up. Uh, Temperance is the law for all spiritual students. Light food, no too much oil. Light food, no overeating or undereating. So already we know the rule. Swamiji says, off stomach with food. Whenever you are hungry, you can eat only off. When you want the next serve, you must immediately stop. No, I don't want. I do this mistake. Even though I don't have control both in talking or in eating. I will try. It is not a, I am a student, I have told you several times. So I will try. Because sometimes globe jamun with ice cream, you have 2, 3. Swamiji says, finish, stop. When you want next, stop. Then quarter should be with water. And the other quarter must be empty. Simple rule, according to me, is mixing. Mixie, you put everything in the full to the brim. Mixie will not work. It will give a sound. It will not move. Similarly, you fill the mixie with only till that blade level. mixie will not work, it will get spoiled. So mixie, half of it you have to fill with the, whatever you want, dal or whatever it is. And then you add little more water. Then it works wonderfully. The balance, the top portion, uh, quarter of it will be always vacant so that it moves. Exactly. Our stomach is nothing but a mixie, according to me. Then controlling speech, body, and mind. Swamiji says mind cannot be subdued unless the body is brought under control. Because body is always seeking sense pleasures. Mind has to be controlled through the body only. Body is constituted of organs of perception and organs of action. This we all know. Karmendriyas and Jnanendriyas. The grossest manifestation of mind is action, and to control action is to discipline the mind. Swami Chinmayananda says this is a wonderful explanation. Swami Chinmayananda says the term speech here means all sense organs of action and their functions. Your body is speaking with the outside world. Your hands, your no, not only your mouth, everything is speaking with the outside world. So Swamiji says speech here means all sense organs of action and their functions. The term body represents organs of perception and all their activities of perceiving their respective objects. So body is completely perception. Speech is sense organs of action and their functions. Unless these two are controlled, mind cannot be controlled. In fact, the mind projected at body level becomes sense organs. Mind projected away from the body is the great universe of sense objects. I repeat this. These are all very, very carefully we have to understand. The mind projected at body level becomes the sense organs. So it is able to sense everything, antennas. Mind projected away from the body is the great universe of sense objects. When the mind, playing through the body, identifies itself with its own projections, the objects, it is called perception. When the same mind comes in contact with the world of objects, seeking satisfaction and entertainment, it is called action. Swami Chinmayananda says, disciplining perception and action, eliminating the egocentric attitude in all perceptions and actions, in all our relationship with the objects of the world is a must. Then, secondly, then next is meditation, yoga. Controlling the perceptions and actions is not possible as long as the mind is constantly flowing out through the sense organs towards sense objects. So even if you sit, mind will automatically go towards the sense objects. The mind is in a state of constant agitation, seeking sense pleasures. I want this, I want that, I want this, I have to do this. Every time, to quieten the mind, it is necessary, it should be given a point of contemplation so that it concentrates more and more on that. So whenever you do some japa or whatever is your point of contemplation, mind suddenly will go off track. You have to bring it back, but it needs a point of contemplation. It should get consummate happiness so that it disengages itself from everything else. What is meditation? Diverting the mind from the world of sense objects and maintaining a steady flow of contemplation upon the point of focus in an utter attitude of identification is meditation. Here it is self. Bhagwan says it should be on the self. If I am a student, I can keep Bhagwan Krishna or any other point so that mind, whenever it gets distracted, you have to bring it back. like a convex lens. The sun's rays in different places, it cannot get that power. But once you focus it on a particular point, even the paper or the wood, it will automatically start burning. That is the method by which the boiling mind, looking lustily for sense pleasures, that can be cooled down, that can be controlled. Then vairagya. How to develop this vairagya? Dispassion. Dispassion is developed by understanding that the objects of the world contain no happiness. That is important. The happiness is not in the world of objects, that we don't understand even today. However matured you are, however aged you are, we still think objects of the world gives happiness. It is This is important. It is not running away from the objects. You are not running away from the objects, but the objects must run away from you. This happens only by true understanding. Rather than avoiding the objects, dispassion is about losing the value for them. You examine it, how you lost interest in the toy, how you lost interest in so many things at your level. Swamiji says, by understanding, learn to control the mind which wants to hug the objects of the world, hoping to get some pleasure out of it. Normally, you are hugging according to me, you are hugging, whenever you are going and hugging some pleasure, you are hugging the problems only. It will give momentary happiness, but we are hugging all the problems. When old interests of a person die away, and when he is ordered by new intellectual visions, new interests rise up in the mind. This is normal. The old world of objects vanish suddenly, yield place to a new set of things. Normally, whenever you develop some other interest, the previous interest always goes out. Think about what happened to the toys, or the cricket bat, or the football which you were keeping, or the teddy bear which you were keeping and sleeping. Whenever your interest moved out, all those things vanished. So now, if you say I am sleeping with the same teddy bear, then I can't say anything about that. They all died down when new interests occupied our mind. When the supreme, when the greatest interest, supreme occupies our mind, naturally everything will die down. Then you will not be interested in anything. All objects will on its own move away. That is what Swami Chinmayananda says. Verse 52 again. Vivikta sevi lagvashim yadavakaya manasagam dhyana yoga paro nityam vairagyam samupashidagam. Next verse we will see tomorrow. Arihom Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu. Narayana 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 Narayana